Here we are on Project Offline, where we play while streaming online. Is there Visustella? Okay, game end, so I bet on Visustella options. Of course. Well, that's, again, not something I approve having every option from Visustella. Mainly for the random encounters where a developer shouldn't give to the player control on the game design. Because the player definitely doesn't know better. Well, sometimes neither the developer though. Can make animations a little fast then. I don't think the player needs to see FPS in any way or shape or form. And there's this where you can put a cat. Do you really want the player to put a cat as a confirm sound? I definitely wouldn't. Okay. And we start. Maybe I should have shelled out for one of the deluxe editions. Why can't I open the menu? I can open the menu. Maybe because the intro is a parallel process, should be an autorun. I will take your axe. Maybe later I will change character. Okay, continue. I guess I'll try and make do with what the option that I have. Male or female? On today's day, well, I'm fine. I don't have an issue with it. Male. Alex. This is not a face of Alex. This is face of Kambuji. Pathfinder, a crafting class. Yeah, sounds fun. Maybe it can fill in for whatever the guild needs. Oh, looks like there was some pre-order DLC. Snazzy glasses. We can still open the menu. Maybe we should equip our axe again though. Also, what the hell is this? Tools of hand, head, body, hands, leg, feet, relic, rune. And also, how many party members will we have? Do we need to equip all of these to all of the party members? That's a lot of stuff. Where is your glamour? Did you not pre-order the Artifact Armor Edition? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize everyone else was purchasing that. Pathfinder, you know what's the gathering and crafting class, right? Yeah, I figured I could dip my toes in and try the different play styles. Honestly, we could probably use someone who can craft in the guild. Weapons and armor are very rare drops. We should be relying on NPC vendors for a while. Oh, we would. That's a good point. Anyone else went straight as DPS and tank? What's your skin, Ivy? What's that? Cool skin though. Some of us can play healer too? Well, let's not waste any more time. We only have early access for this weekend. Well, up to 4 of us can accompany Kambuji in the tutorial zone. Who is going to stay in town? I'm going. I helped the rest of you through a couple of times. You're going to want a tank? And my stuff. Magic. Lord of the Ring reference. Beyond of expectations equipment. Yeah, I hope I don't need to equip all of that. You want an extra dragoon or ninja? Who doesn't want a ninja? Come on. Yeah, I was thinking about taking a break anyway. Sure thing, floor tank. Way to visit the gate tower in town. You need those to start. Why do MMOs never start simple? Like, oh, welcome in this world. Take all these 20 instruments to activate separate side quest. Open this menu because you triggered the gacha box. Open this other window because it's the passive login daily bonuses. Open this other window because there's too much stuff. This is the hub town for this weekend early access. The large tower in front of us will let us use the gate keys to teleport to different fields. There are some NPCs far to the right that can help you with assessing the crafting skills. When we acquire some relics and runes, we can talk with the nearby NPCs for options related to them. Once they are equipped, you can't remove them unless you talk to them. Rules let you use skills that are normally outside of your class ability. Relics grant passive skills. Okay, good to know. Can I save? Oh, what is this? My menu. Okay, at least I... Wait, I have a party of 5. Razor is outside the team. You can see it's a little fade out. So I can switch technically. Yeah. That means I have to equip all this stuff for every character. Also, give me your stuff. Maybe someone else may need it more. Well, maybe they already have it. Aha! Less speed for 2 more defense. Well, it's a lot of defense, sure. We can get our speed back like this, okay. Oh. And you can get your stuff again. It's not like you did lose anything, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, actually... Someone may need something for the hands. Some defense for the healer, maybe. Okay. We stole the item from the other guy. I get it. Now. That's a pretty blank area for the early access, but I suppose maybe it's a temporary one, but still, they want early access also to test the game. Not give a temporary hub, right? Tutorial hall. Recharge? No, I'm fine. I'm getting the kitchen set up. Okay, we can't do anything now. Okay, we know what they do. Ah, we got extra rooms though. There's a lot of stuff. I think this is way too much for a game jam game. Well, yeah, you could say this is the beyond expectation, but that's not the right one in my opinion. Evasion and decremental spell. And max HP. Oh, it's a lot of max HP. Definitely for me, right? I'm level 1 and the other already grinded. Wait, mana, not HP. Never mind. Well, the dark screen goes for the ninja, right? There's no question. About the skills, what do we do? Blind. Okay, this one is not a fighter, right? Someone with magic. Hair, right? Gentle Wish. Ah, it's a healing. Wasn't Ivy a healer? Ah no, she was a mage, never mind. I would give the magic attack to her though. Because otherwise she doesn't have anything to attack. How many equipable items you need? Yes! I'm surprised it doesn't scroll down the list of equipable items. Okay, though I like this. I like a lot that the healer is not completely useless apart from healing. That's something I don't like in RPGs where the healer only has healing things. And so when the party is fine, the healer just doesn't do anything, is useless. Of course, being inspired by a MMORPG, there you can't make healers useless, right? Otherwise, they won't have fun. So, she has something to attack at least. But we might give her a magic attack anyway. Oh wait, she also has a healing, Ice Blast. So it's a mix, nice. Then we can give... I will still give her the... Ah, Gentle Wish. Ah, okay, that's not healing, that's a tank. It's different. Still good magic attack, so we can give her that. Also, absorbs HP for a tank is pretty nice. Okay, now last one. More mana. I would say to the mage, right? Even if she has already a lot, but 25 is still way more. Okay. Fine. Now it's a shop, we don't have anything. We could sell, but... And we can... There's also... Okay. Why the game has this much stuff? I don't see the need for all of these. Unless it's not really required, it's all for showing, hey, it's an MMO and there's a lot of options. Maybe there will be a twist where the game becomes more minimal. Oh, that would be interesting for a game, actually. A game that starts with too much stuff and later with a twist becomes minimal. Each crystal accepts one type of gate key. Once the first 3 crystals are locked in, the one in the back will take us to the world generated by those keys. Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. Somewhere out there we will find the next gate key. Treasure or monster drop? Okay. Gate key alpha. Do we need to select it? Maybe, because maybe we can insert more types. Yeah, in this case, there's the option of filtering the inventory and only showing the correct items, but requires a lot of, well, some programming. Too many useless items. Yeah, I don't see the point of the keys even. I think you can just unlock the part. You can unlock the section. Also, what is... We have field, treasures, material, weapon, offhand, head, body, hands, legs, feet, relic, rune, kite. There's too much stuff here. Okay, we need to play. Okay, we need to place all of them. Slime, Coleman Island. Ah, okay, it's like the craft mine update from Minecraft. When you craft your own dungeon, right? Or your own section. They did interesting, though I would have used a different sort of way to input it because interacting with crystals, or at least an animation when you use them, I don't know. Though, let's go. Wait, does it mean there are almost infinite combinations? Is it randomly generated? Here, I forgot to give you this starting tool. We'll take care of the monsters, and you can handle the trees and rocks. Of course, there's also material gathering. If we need to return to town, we can use the crystal found here. There are also special areas where we can restore our health. Okay. Every character has a different playstyle, I know. Wolf has skill that beats a combo meter. Hey, why aren't you like back home? Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. Okay, it's the description of the characters. The buff, caster, Elfadin tank. Okay, I need to keep everyone healed, I get it. The axe minigame, okay. I would expect at least a sound. I'm not saying a cool animation of shaking and everything because it means extra polishing in a month is not really expected, but at least a sound I would have expected. Let's see a battle. Oh, good transition. It's a widescreen. So, first battle ever, and we throw me 5 enemies at once? Isn't that a little too much? Also, for TPs, we have them. Let's go. Also, is it me or it's slightly lagging? I really want to have another attack. I really want another attack here. I don't know what the combo meter is for, but let's see. And this is the tank. I will just kill this guy. You know what? You know what? I already don't want to play battles anymore, because what do they offer? I just have to kill all. Wait, while I talk. Here. Okay, while I talk. Why should I fight those battles again? We're out of battle. We don't have a lot of choices in battle. We just have a basic attack and a skill for some of those. Some of those have a magic, which will hopefully be done automatically in battle. I would have understood one enemy to fight, but here there's too many enemies. I don't see the reason to just fight them manually one by one, killing them slowly. No, auto battle for the win. Okay, I see though that the mage maybe doesn't do the magic attack, though I think it's still worth it. Did we get experience? Yeah, Kambuchi got level 3 already. And fully healed. With the healing from... Ah, wait. I cannot heal outside of battle. We may need to use items then. Why can I not use items? Okay, I need to press a lot. I need to spam. Would be nice if the minigame ended when I pressed everything, because here I just have to wait. Though, it's a cool differentiation from the cutting the tree, I suppose. That's nice. Okay, I need to return to the hub because I already lost a lot of health. Let's see now. Okay, at least I don't have to place the keys again. Again though, why is it lagging? Oh, so the enemies respawn. Ah, even the items respawn though. Yeah, I would prefer to avoid battles though. Oh no, it's it's lagging. Ah, because it's pathfinding, right? Are they spamming pathfinding for every enemy? At least when they chase you, I suppose. Wait, I wonder, is there a auto battle option? Ah, okay, here, okay. Okay, way better. Now we talk. So the mage at least is not useless. Though, me having to activate the auto battle on the first battle ever is not really a good sign. Otherwise I would have taken at least 2 minutes to do this fight, more. There's no challenge, I can just win it right away. What happens if I run away? Nothing. They just chase me again. Oh? Okay, I suppose it chases me again. Sure. I should also remove the animations if I want. You know what? It would be way faster. Okay, even better? Yeah, way better. Let's go. Super fast. Okay, what are you? Oh, I didn't see it well. It's an Axiolot. And this thing is kinda clashing with the style. The style is... I remember the style, it's from RPG Maker Fest, maybe? I don't know. You know what? Okay, what is bridge? I would have added some decoration here. The area is pretty big, which makes sense for an MMO, but... There's not a lot of opportunities to... No. There's not a lot of well-decorated maps. There's not a lot to see. That's what I wanted to say. But a thing I like is the exploration to get some items at least. It's interesting to... I don't even know what items are for, but... Though I feel like there's too much stuff. It's very overwhelming. And again... Me starting auto battle right on the first battle ever. Not a good sign. Oh, the guy even healed. Well, they die. I don't even know what the moves do. I don't even know what the logs are for even. Okay, a tent. Hello? Can I attend entering it? Ah, it's a return to the hub. I don't need it. And everyone just dies. Oh, this is faster. Did we get a new area skill? We are leveling up pretty well, I see. I don't even know what we are supposed to do. To gather a crystal to craft new areas, maybe. Though they said there is no way to know where it's found. I specifically don't like having to wait after gathering rocks, but that's not a lot of wait, at least. Yeah, you can... Ah, well. We're in a pickle here. Sure, let's fight this one. We cannot even escape. Oh, well. We have the auto battle. Without the auto battle, this battle would have taken at least ages. Really. For once, I appreciate Visustella. Well, we cannot avoid those guys, right? Auto battle it is. We can also spam skills since every level up we get a full health. I'm still showing the FPS, I don't care. The transitions of the battle though are pretty cool. I suppose though that's another plugin. Though they seem to be chosen randomly. Which I don't think it's a bad thing. Give some variety. Though again, it's a little too much stuff added and nothing really in the content for now. Just random battles. Did we get the thing? We got a lot of relics though. No, we didn't get any gate key. For now. We should get more relics, right? Aggro, mana, HP. Who needs HP? I suppose me? Or the protagonist at least. A rune for... We can give it the wind one, sure. The rest is fine. Where do we get those keys? I don't get it. Yeah, that's the point. I don't get it. The pathfinding definitely is pretty annoying because it lags when the enemy tries to reach you. Probably because it runs every frame. It should run way less frequently. Or at least try a less expensive algorithm. Even battles lag, I don't get why. I get it's RPG Maker, but The hardware really takes a lot of difficulty on keeping up. Also, there are too many battles that you can hardly avoid. I will try to escape the next one to see how easy it is or hard it is to let them leave you alone, but they run so fast it's impossible to run away. Also, this one didn't... Never mind. Okay, as I said. The escape seems instantaneous thanks to Visustella, but... Yeah, it's not... Okay. Yeah, you can run away, but... Eventually they will chase you. Oh. Let me try again here. Maybe the first time you run away, they are slower. Yeah, if you get away faster enough, then you can manage it. Though we still didn't get the key. What is this? They said enemy drops, but I suppose we killed a lot of enemies, so... We need to kill those ones. We killed a lot of enemies. And we didn't get any drops, so maybe the thing is in the last area we didn't check, but there's a lot of stuff we didn't check. Let's do something. Auto battle. Oh, that's out of the battle. Let's go. Without auto battle, I would have reached. I would have played 30 minutes more without doing anything more. This battle system has nothing. Just like the default stuff. And there's no need to have battles with 5 enemies all the time, this frequently, and this hard to avoid. You could run away, but since you are still in the battle, or at least it still starts the transition, so entering the battle to run away every time kinda loses the meaning. I got a rock. We should craft though. After we check this area, we should craft a little. And see, maybe that's how you get the items. Though I could admit it gives some satisfaction seeing the items drop from enemies. Though I still don't know if it's useful or not. Oh yeah, bless the Visustella auto battle. This enemy is not doing well. I don't know why is it going this way. Oh well. Okay, maybe to explain a little better, this doesn't feel like a RPG Maker game of a story. It only has a story at the start. Now we don't see anything about the characters. It feels more a Visustella showcase. This is not really a game, it's a showcase of Visustella plugins. It shows this one, the crafting, the enemy aggro, everything shows, except an actual game. That's what it's missing. We got an intro at the start, but now we are just randomly fighting stuff. Another one! Sure, you die. Plot twist, the game was made by Visustella to sell the plugins! Yeah, like the game before, made to sell the plugins about RPG Maker physics and platform. That would be pretty smart. Another enemy. How many are there? Again, you should have... By default, the developer expects you to fight those manually at normal speed. Imagine how time I saved from my life automating those battles. Okay, we have 2 ways, up and down. I will never return back because if I return back, enemies respawn. Oh, come on! All on my tail. If I return to the hub, every enemy responds. But I feel like we already fought at least 10 battles and there's at least 3 times the amount. Yeah. Definitely I can't move. Though area attacks are always appreciated. Can I move? Ah yeah, last enemy. I don't even know what to say. Just if I think it explains on its own, right? It's self-explanatory. Seeing the battle fight for itself shows how the battle system just is nothing, can be automatized. There's no game. Maybe later in the boss, but I'm not really banking on it. Also, I think I grinded a little too much. But it's not like I wanted to grind even. I had to fight all those battles. Come on, stop. Stop chasing me. Would have been better if at least you could avoid battles, but here enemy just catch up to you. Unless you're on a bridge. No, not anymore. Are we... Did I check everything? Maybe there was a section I didn't check, but I hope the game doesn't want me to check every... Maybe I need to return back from the tent. I think I explored most of it. But if the game ever wants me to return here and find the item, I will stop. There's nothing here. Other enemies. There's a split path. Aha! Gotcha! You have to realize this is not a feasible game. I feel like I now know what Purgatory looks like. Well, actually this would be the second game in the list to what Purgatory would look like. The first one is a clicker game from Steam, which is pretty bad. I forgot the name. The second one for the Purgatory, though, is this one. If you ever die in real life and you have to purge your sins, this is what they will make you play. Without the auto battle and without the speed up of the skills. This is what hell looks like. Also, someone died. Oh well. We will take a Redzer instead. Because, again, at this point... you just... I think if we fought every battle normally, it would have taken at least 1 hour of game instead of what we're playing now. A little more. Beyond expectation, or is still a plugins used? Well, that's a good challenge to use all plugins. Properly? I don't know though. Other end. Can I revive? Also, we don't have an item to revive. Hopefully we don't die. Because we don't have a way to revive anyway. Oh, anymore. Also, that's not how bridges work. Well, depends. Maybe if they have structure, if they have a structure below, I suppose. We almost explored everything. 100 plugins challenge. Well, in the Italian community, I remember there was someone who... It became a meme. There was someone that was asking, hey, how do I use more than 5,000 switches. And we were wondering, how do you need more than 5,000 switches? I'm sorry, that became kind of a meme. I feel it was a game that was claiming to have like more than 200 hours of gameplay. But if the gameplay is... doesn't matter if it's good or not, right? At those days in time. Or at least for indie games. They don't care at this point if indie games are long or not. Well, except if they are too short, of course. It's only for AAA games that they need to be long. Okay. Can I use the healing spell? Ah, yeah, I forgot, we can't. We may have a problem, we don't have a way to heal anymore. Oh, but we have bananas and kiwi. Okay, oh, that's better. That's pretty good. A part I like though is giving relics around. Max MP. Oh, HP, nice. We should give aggro to the tank here. Can we make it cumulative? I hope so. And more HP. Is it relevant though? 25? Yeah, let's go. We have a lot of... wait, they dropped a lot of those. We have a lot of stuff here. Yeah. More health, we go. Did they even drop equipments or... no. Oh, a pickaxe. Is it even important? I mean, it's important who I equip it to. We won't give any spell though. Okay. I almost explored the entire dungeon and I didn't find anything. Did I? Yeah, nothing at all. We almost explored everything. Come on. Don't lag at me. Oh, there's another split. This part is super long. Everyone is following us. No. Well, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. We have to do 3 battles here. Nice. Maybe they're scared of variables and use witches for everything. Well, maybe they... I don't know, they still didn't know how to use variable properly. I don't know. And so they use like binary to store a variable in switches. That would be interesting. But no. And there are self-switches in newer engines. But I thought it was at least RPG Maker and VXS, so it definitely had self-switches. Self-switches are more annoying to reset. Yeah, I know. Luckily though, now I don't see it as a problem anymore because self-switches are so convenient. There is still a big annoyance with that. But mostly from a plugin standpoint. Because I recently used a lot of plugin to spawn stuff. In my April Fool's game and even the game for this game. And it's pretty useful. The only problem is you can't really control well the events you spawn. You can save the event ID and you reference them later. It's an extra step, but it's possible. And so I have to store the event ID of the items I spawn, and I have to activate their self-switch through an extra step, and it's a little more complicated. But still feasible. Though, it's an extra step. Okay, this part feels relevant. Blocked. No, 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 don't tell me I have to return here later, please. No. Okay, that's the end. Last battle, I suppose. Well, that's also a thing I like a lot about making new projects. Because I feel like every new project I start, I learn something new. Or I at least learn to use a new instrument. For example, in Something is wrong with my world map. I learned how to use the plugin for flattening up the map. For this game jam, I learned how to code outside of the engine. Because, well, I knew how to code outside of the engine before, but I realize now how convenient it is. It tells exactly where the error is. That's paradise. And so on. Okay, I still don't get what I was supposed to do. Get the extra key, but I don't have an extra key. What's the point? I mean, now they want me to craft. We still don't have... we have 99 of those. We can craft this thing. Whatever it is. Three attack. All of this for 3 attack. 5 attack, okay, that's better. Ah, it levels up, I get it. Well, that's a cool thing, but... unnecessary? Because we have too much stuff. Okay, crafting... people like crafting, we know, because survival games with crafting have a lot of success. The problem is... in this game... you see how much it takes to craft a single living clause that gives only 9 attack? Yeah, that's 1 piece of equipment for all 5 characters, for all the 8 slots or more. So, despite being cool the idea of upgrading a weapon like this, it takes too much time to invest on a single little piece of equipment of a single character of the team. That's too much to care about. For my first game, I didn't know how variable and switches worked. I teleported the player every time. Oh yeah, I actually saw more than one game that instead of using switches and variable, just teleport the player in the next map. That's actually pretty common. Personally though, I don't think I ever did it. Well, I had a different sort of first project. My first project was with photos of me and my classmates going in an adventure to, well, fight our teachers. I don't know, long story. Wait, that's though what inspired me to make or to start a project some time ago. Which is on hiatus again. I have a lot of projects on hiatus. Oh no. I hope I will finish one at least. Well, I finished a lot. I want to start to publish on Steam though. Sooner or later. One of the reasons they recommend to make various games, each game you are focusing on a different mechanic before you incorporate them in bigger project. Yeah, that's... you share my exact thought. Also because when you do the first games, you often... well, we can close the game, I suppose. Here. When you do your first game, or your first games ever, you just don't know about stuff. And so you learn while you develop your game. But if you plan to make a long game, like a full-fledged RPG, and halfway through you improve, that means the second half of the game, or even the end, will be way better than the start of the game. And some developer can think, well, I got better, let's improve the first part of the game. But then they improve again and say, well, let's improve the other part of the game, and it becomes an infinite loop. So the best way is to make a short project, close it with a similar skill you had when you started it, and then start with a new project and later looking behind. And later, if you really want, if you really liked that project, you could bring it out again. For example, I have a project I made, like my second ever game, which is surprising because it, personally, I think it holds decently with age or experience. Though it was only in Italian, still has a lot of problems. I was thinking that sooner or later, or in the future, I could probably remaster it, like remake it from scratch, improving some parts, because the project itself is pretty cute. stuff like this. You should go on to new projects every time you can, starting with small projects, and hardly starting a long one, actually, even with experience, because it's not easy. It takes a lot. In this way, you do more projects, you expand on more stuff, and later you can watch on previous games and say, oh wow, I was pretty bad. Or at least see, oh, this was a nice idea. I wonder if I can expand it in another game. Anything. You get experience in a lot of ways. Another example with I didn't validate your aid, a game I'm working on it again, but I've technically finished. Also taught me how to try to draw in a simplistic art style, but which is decently appealing. Like this model, this PNG tuber from which I'm talking from. I wouldn't have made this if I didn't made that short game like in a week. I made a game in a week. And from that I realized, oh wow, I have an art style that I can use without knowing how to draw decently. So here we go. I'm a PNG tuber now. Okay. So I think I will stop here. That last game was a little too much for me. Or too much in general, I feel like. Again, that's the purgatory. The first game for the purgatory though, I will share the story another time, maybe. Another time, thanks. Okay. We can stop the stream here. We played 3 games today, right? Even 4? Did we play 4? I think we played 4 games today. So we are on a good pace then, yeah! We will continue tomorrow at the same hour. And we will play more games. For example, the next one should be Dystopia by Cubitis. But again, I give priority to the developers if they are here. Okay. To stop the stream, let's see. We can raid Meowie. Okay, in the meantime, I remind you that we have a Discord where we talk between developers. There are 2 actually. The second one is for developers. That's what I suggest. I try to keep a Discord for my games because I try to be a little more, I don't know, community oriented. I don't know. That stuff is hard. I'm trying. Okay. And I will raid Meowie. Okay. Okay, that's everything. Good night. Oh, good night to everyone as well. Thanks a lot for coming by. So, as I said, we will see each other tomorrow and we will stream those games for the rest of the work days. So, we'll see ya whenever happens!